Now, protests against the controversial canal project on the river Indus have continued to paralyze cross-country traffic in several parts of Pakistan's Sindh and across other states. This has left several thousands of trucks stranded. Manufacturers have halted production due to raw material shortages, and port authorities are warning of impending congestion crisis as well. 7,000 trucks are believed to be stranded across Pakistan. Now, protests continue in several towns across Sindh, severely disrupting cross-country traffic by blocking the national highways. Now, why is it this particular protest happening? Now, to understand this, we must see that the protests are against the Cholistan Canal Project, which is part of Pakistan's Green Pakistan initiative launched in early 2025. Now, under the project, 6 new canals are being built from the Indus River to irrigate 4.8 million acres of barren land across Pakistan. Now, Sindhis have been arguing that this initiative threatens their already scarce water resources, which is again being overutilized for other states. And this new canal project will only divert these scarce resources away. We have, in fact, a guest who's, in fact, joining us on this particular matter and how important the river issue is when it comes to the interstate issues in Pakistan. We have Major General Dhruv Katoch, retired Director, India Foundation, who's also joining us right now. Major General, one big aspect of it is that the Indus is the lifeline when it comes to Pakistan's all the states. Now, the issue is that Pakistan's Punjab state considers itself as the colonizer for the rest of it. This is just a reflection of how Pakistan's Punjab has been drawing the resources from all other states and leaving most of them high and dry. Do you think that these fault lines are only going to get difficult in the coming years?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. You see, when in your initial introduction, you spoke about Cholistan. Now, Cholistan, if you look at the map, that is the desert area, and it is the southeastern portion of the Punjab province. Now, that is that area which has not been, which they want to irrigate now. But the point is that by the time the Indus gets into Sindh, into the Sindh province, the water has been considerably reduced, and in the lean season, it is a mere trickle. If you carry on with this Cholistan project, which the Pakistani government is now planning to do, then I think Sindh is left high and dry, and they will be in very, very serious water scarcity. Their agriculture is going to suffer tremendously. Now, that is the reason why the Sindh government has said no. The PPP has told the Sharif government at the center, whom they are giving support to, that they will not that they will pull out of the government, and very rightly so, because for them it is well, to put it simply, it is a question of life and death as far as the people of Sindh are concerned. But when we look at what is happening in Pakistan, every time, whether it is Sindh or Baluchistan, or when we are looking at Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or Gilgit Baltistan, the only interest which is looked at is the interest of the Punjab province. That is where the bureaucracy is bureaucracy is heavy, and it is military heavy. So the entire power is concentrated in that Punjab province, and everything which the government does is for the benefit of the people of Punjab. That is why now they want to make the Cholistan desert green. As per them, 4.5 million acres they want to actually irrigate there. But that irrigation, while it may be a good thing for the people of Punjab, it will be at the expense of the people of Sindh, which is going to be unacceptable. These protests are going to get worse and worse and worse. And now, with India abrogating or holding in abeyance the Indus Water Treaty, if the water supply starts reducing from India, especially of the Chenab River, I think Pakistan is in very, very serious trouble. The What we are seeing here is a very serious situation developing in Sindh, but I think what is going to come will be far worse than what is present right now. Back to you.
When we, as you were saying, I've heard how people in Gilgit-Baltistan, the people who have been protesting against the government of Pakistan, say that there is a person who comes from Punjab, especially he was referring to a bureaucrat, with just a bag, and when he goes back with truckloads of furniture to his wealth, and he just takes it from Baltistan. So it looks like the entire bureaucracy from Pakistan, Punjab is only using other provinces of Pakistan for its own benefit. I mean, the corruption is being facilitated by Pakistan, Punjab bureaucrats.
That is true, but that is true, and absolutely what you have stated is happening on the ground. But something else is also happening over and above what you have said. What they have done in Gilgit Baltistan is a very large tracts of fertile land have now been taken over by one is by the army officers, and number two by a large number of Punjabis. So they have settled in all those tourist spots. They have grabbed all that land, and everything is at the expense of the local people, the people who actually originally belonged to Gilgit Baltistan. Oh, one point which people generally miss out, you see, while all of them are Muslims, but in Gilgit Baltistan, we have got a larger percentage of the Shia population. And the settlers which are coming in from Punjab are the Sunnis. So there is also a religious fault line which is being created. I won't say which is being created, uh, which has become very apparent now. And the more the colonization takes place in Gilgit Baltistan, the greater is the feeling of angst by the local people against the Pakistani establishment. So we are going to have massive protests have already occurred there in Gilgit Baltistan. I think they're going to continue. And Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, of course, is a different story where those people are, the Pashtuns are fighting for a different cause. So we are looking at Baluchistan in fire, Sindh in flames, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa with the insurgency problem, and Gilgit Baltistan with the ethnic problem. The whole of Pakistan is under a problem except for the province of Punjab, and that is because that is the only province in the whole state which has been looked after till date.
Major General, we've been talking about salinization issues that are there, especially in the Indus lower regions as well, where the water flow, because of its depletion, has resulted in the Arabian Sea actually pushing into certain belts, and because of salinization, the farmlands are also turning bad. So it's been a process that's been building over the years. Now, do we see the economic fault lines now turning into ethnic fault lines and probably into a complete revolt against Pakistan's Punjab-centric policies?
I would say so. Yes, I would agree with your assessment because for many people in Sindh, and I have met some of them, they say that when the Indus actually enters the Arabian Sea, it is something like a dirt canal. I mean, there's nothing left in it. They have actually destroyed this river. Uh, I think the water management, as far as the Indus River System Authority is concerned, they've done it very poorly. There were already fights over how the Indus River Authority is functioning because all the water was being diverted to Punjab and nothing was really going downstream. So, salinization, as you have mentioned, has taken place. And I think we are going to see the water wars now erupting in Pakistan. It is going to become ugly in a period of time.
Also, when it comes to major projects that have been announced by Pakistan, it looks like most of the funding tends to be only within Pakistani Punjab. We are looking at only exploitative infrastructure in the sense that, have railways that would move resources away from other states or roads that are built only to remove resources from other states into Punjab. So this has also come under, we've seen how it happens in Balochistan. So this was also under scrutiny, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, this present disturbance is what they are doing in Cholistan because the plan was to build those canals from the Indus and then get them onto Cholistan. When you just have a look at the map, this is the southeastern corner, and Cholistan borders Sindh and Punjab provinces. Uh, that means the southern end of Cholistan is Punjab, and after that comes the Sindh province. So Cholistan is in Punjab, and this entire area they wanted to irrigate, and they wanted to build those canals there, which was where even the Bhuttos objected to it. Now I believe Bilawal Bhutto is having a meeting with Shehbaz Sharif trying to resolve this issue, but I really don't think there's any resolution. Pakistan will have to cancel that canal project, the Cholistan project. If they don't cancel it, Sindh is up in flames. And the exploitation has taken place in Gilgit Baltistan, as I had mentioned earlier, where those mineral resources have been taken out. And again, the benefit goes to the Punjab people. In Balochistan, the gas which was extracted from Balochistan went first to Punjab. And it took many, many years after that for the Balochis to get that gas. So I think the entire system has been exploitative by the Punjabi dominant society, and those objections are now coming up, and they will get further and further violent and strident in the time to come.
Well, Major General, the one question that I wanted to ask was that unlike India, Pakistan has not been able to become a federally responsible state when it comes to its provinces. And what led to that? I mean, what kind of this thing? Everyone speaks about Punjab's dominance, but what made Punjab dominate the other provinces in such a manner where federally none of them feel integrated when it comes to distribution of resources?
I think the roots really go back to independence. You know, when you find that in 1947, when Pakistan came into existence, they had a very weak bureaucratic and military structure uh, from what they were from the local people there. So ultimately, it was the Pakistan army, the person who actually went from India and who formed that army, and the bureaucrats who went there, who became very, very powerful. And that is the time when the military bureaucratic nexus started, and they took control of the country. That is one of the reasons why the Pakistani establishment, or the Pakistan as a country, has been ruled by the military for a very, very long time. And even today, it is the military bureaucratic nexus which has got firm hold over the entire apparatus, along with now the mullah military nexus. So that is where the control lies. And the other people, I'm afraid they simply have to suffer it. That is the way it is.